Hello everyone and welcome to week 7. So we have finished our story now and we are moving on to the sniper. So it's a short story. We will cover this for 4 weeks. This week we will not be reading any of the text. We will just be going through some background information of the story. Now, the book was written, or the short story was written by an Irish author called Liam O'Flaherty. It was published in 1923 and unfortunately Liam is no longer alive. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to brainstorm this question. What does the term sniper mean? So I will give you 15 seconds to brainstorm an answer for that in your head. And hopefully you would have come up with this answer in your head. So a sniper is a person who shoots from a hiding place, especially accurately and at long range. So the picture you see up above you there would be a modern day sniper. So the weaponry there is quite advanced and all of the equipment they have. This story that we are going to read is set in 1923, so the sniper rifle that the character has would not be exactly the same as the picture we see. You may be asking yourself, why do you need to know the context and background information of the novel? You need to know it because it will inform you or tell you why the characters are acting or and behaving in a certain way. Now, some background information on this story. So, this story is set in Ireland. So, if you look at the map, Ireland is on the left hand side there. It is beside Great Britain. So, I'm sure some of you already know, but Ireland is split into two parts. So, you have the Republic of Ireland, that is its own country, and then you have Northern Ireland, which is part of the United Kingdom or Great Britain. So, Ireland in the past was ruled by Britain for nearly 800 years. So eventually, in 1916, a small group of rebels they fought the British in a battle, and this started their movement towards independence. They didn't win the battle in 1916, but it got the idea into people's heads that they would like to start ruling themselves. And in 1922, the island was divided into two countries, and that led to a conflict. So the conflict that happened when Ireland was split into two was called, or is called, a civil war. Now, the author, so there's a picture of Liam O'Flaherty's very old picture because you notice it's in black and white. So Liam O'Flaherty was born in 1896 and unfortunately he died in 1984. He was born to a large poor family on an island called Arran Island. So it's just an island off the coast of Ireland. So as a young man in his 20s, he witnessed and he also fought in the Irish Civil War. So, like most authors, he took his inspiration from his experience and wrote about what life was like during the Civil War. We're going to go into a little bit more detail about the setting of the sniper. So, this story is set in Dublin, Ireland in the 1920s during a time of bitter civil war. It might be a little bit complicated at first, but you will understand it as you read the story. We have two sides. So on one side were the Irish Republicans, they are called the IRA, and they wanted all of Ireland to become a republic, totally free from British rule. And on the other side, there were a group called the Free Staters. They had compromised with Britain in 1922 and had agreed to allow the English to continue to rule the six counties in the northern province of Ulster. That became known as Northern Ireland. So if we look at the map here, so the Republic of Ireland is in green, so that consists of 26 counties. So the Free Staters, they were happy that they had rule over the 26 counties. On the other side, you have the IRA or the Republicans. They were unhappy that the Free Staters had agreed to give away the six counties. The six counties are known as Northern Ireland. So the two sides in this story are battling against each other. So whoever wins will then basically decide the fate of Ireland. What I'm going to show you now is some pictures of Dublin in the 1920s. So I just want you to have a quick look through them and have a look at the buildings, have a look at the streets, see if you spot anything that is going on. So the bottom picture on the left hand side, if you can see my cursor, that would be like the typical street in Dublin during the 1920s. So quite wide. So on the top, uh, generally snipers would hide up there and try and shoot the enemy forces. Now this is modern day Dublin, so you can see that things have obviously changed. Well, the pictures are in color, but things have become a lot more modern. Now, so the background information of this story. So where? So the story is set in Dublin, in Ireland, on a rooftop. When? So it was set in the 1920s. The month was June, and the story is set at nighttime. And the historical context for you. So this story is set during the Civil War in Ireland. It's very, very important that you know the difference. So the Republicans are the ones, or the group of people that wanted all of Ireland to be back in Irish control. So they were unhappy that Northern Ireland was part of Britain. The Free Staters were the other group that came up with a compromise. So they decided we will give Britain the other six counties, but in the future we will get them back. So it's very important that you know the difference between the two. So I will repeat that again. The Republicans did not like Northern Ireland and wanted to take control of it. The Free Staters were not happy with it, but they accepted it. So they came up with a compromise. Now, what I would like you to do, so based on the title, The Sniper, and the background information that you have learned, what do you think this story will be about? I sort of give you some clues already, so you can come up with that prediction in your head. And this is the main task that I want you to do this week. So I want you to complete a background grid task. So I want you to fill that in based on the PowerPoint. So you would write the author and give me some details about the author. I would like you to fill in the column about the setting, so where the story is taking place. The historical context, so you would write in there about the Civil War, you would tell me about the different groups and their beliefs, and then you tell me what type of genre do you think this story is. If you have any more questions, please ask your teacher on Google Classroom, or please read the PowerPoint again in more detail to gain a deeper understanding. Have a good day.